Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Nancy coming to you live from the heart of our home, my kitchen, where I come to you on a consistent basis, sharing a little bit of real estate, a little bit of health, and home with you. So as you know, I so enjoy popping in here on a Tuesday and bringing a little extra added value to you. And today's topic is about health, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit of information on my 90-day commitment. And I actually haven't even taken a shower today because I had my workout this morning and I didn't have any appointments. So I've been getting stuff done around the house and ran a few errands, didn't have any appointments today, kind of took, I followed up on a few things with email and whatnot, but, oh, hey, Deb, how you doing? But anyways, I'm just trying to get some other things done. So I'm still in my workout clothes, and I'm going to share with you what I'm doing for my 90-day commitment and what that looks like, and that maybe you might learn a few little tips that I'm learning, right? So, and then I'm going to share with you at the end our kind of year-end schedule, what to expect, when I'll be with you, when I won't be. And so I hope everyone is doing well. Excuse me, I need a sip of water, which is part of my routine. This is Jerry's dealership water bottle. I love it. Anyways, so my 90-day commitment, it really started, it officially started 11/19 in November 19. And, oh, hey, Mom. And really what I was looking to do, oh, hey, Russ, how you doing? Really what I was looking to do is up my game a little bit, right? And, you know, living a healthy lifestyle is something that I've always, you know, been very interested in, something that I've practiced, and I've, you know, certainly have taken courses, I've done workshops, I've done conferences, I've done a lot of reading, and a lot of trial and error. So, you know, a lot of people think that I'm like a little self-improvement junkie because health is not just your physical health, right? It is all of it. It's holistic approach, right? The body, the mind, the soul, right? So I decided, I don't know if it's because I just turned 60. I don't know if it's because, you know, my husband and I are talking about downsizing, which is a very emotional event in someone's life. And of course, I've helped so many people downsize. And I certainly have always come to it, you know, with a lot of empathy and compassion and sensitivity towards people downsizing, because I thought I understood what they went through, and I think I did, right? But you know, when you're going through it yourself, you know, it's a lot to manage. It's a lot to think about. You know, where do you want to go? You know, how, anyways, also just the whole emotional, oh, hey, Jackie, how are you? Just all the emotion of, you know, downsizing. So anyway, so I decided, you know, I have worked with coaches and personal trainers in the past, right? But somehow this is different. And I have been good over the course of my life as to self-motivation, right? And even some self-accountability. I actually am so grateful to my dear sweet husband, Jerry, because Jerry has actually been my huge motivator in my life when it comes to healthy living lifestyle. And he's been very inspirational. And you know, like anybody, I've had my ebbs and flows, my peaks and valleys. Jerry has been Mr. Consistent since I've known him. And he started working out when he was about 15. So he's always been very consistent and just really has inspired me. So And I've worked with coaches before. Matter of fact, I've worked with Stacy before. And Stacy Renee Tilford, Stacy Renee Fit is her company. You know, I did great with her before. This I feel is a little different. And, you know, I've made decisions before to tackle a certain aspect of my health, and I've made a commitment and I've done well. The reason why I think this is so different is because I was very specific. Well, Stacy asked me, like, what is it that you're wanting to accomplish? And so I was very specific about my health goal. Oh, hey, Carrie, it's so nice to have you come on live. I always appreciate your comments. And so I was very specific. And I'm going to share a little bit about what Stacy is helping me with. And I said, I want to do this for 90 days. Will I continue it for another 90 days? We'll see. But, you know, right now I wanted to give it 90 days. That was my number one goal. And so with the physical piece, as I said, it's mind, body, and soul. So I feel very strongly that, you know, you have to take care of all the things, right? So you know, and I know everyone has different viewpoints. We've got Christians, Catholics, Jewish people, Indian, you know, so many different cultures, so many different ways to think about your faith and your spiritual life, right? But for me, I've had a faith-based life for a long time. And a person that I really admired who had a lot of faith and really acted it was my mother-in-law, Minnie. She would do her little morning prayers, and I have made, you know, my review and reflection time in the morning. I do say prayers. I always mention the people that have gone and say a little prayer towards them. Anyways, so I've really been upping my game, because that's the whole thing. I'm trying to level up every area of my life, right? So I've really been enjoying, and I used to go years ago, but you know, I think like in July of this year, I started going back to this church, Destiny, and I really am enjoying that. I really like the community, right? And that's a really important aspect of it, is the people. And then this book, you see me posted online. It is such a good book, and it's for anybody. It's such a great message. And it's really about, you've heard me say, my dad has a quote, doing well by doing good. And it's really about that. It's about approaching your day in a way that is positive. You know, you have choices in life. You can be positive or you can be negative. And to me, everything comes down to positive and negative, right? So this is all about making good choices. Oh, hey, Becky, how are you doing? Making good choices. You know, when something's, you know, coming at you, or you're, you know, have a, you know, maybe Russ, you're having a argument or a confrontation with your daughter. It's like, how can you make this a better experience instead of going down that negative? So this, I love this. So this is a really great book. And then I'm doing this, I'm reading this book called Radical Radiance. And Angela Gia Kim is someone that I have followed a long time. And I love reading her story. I'm about halfway through. There's a lot of great tips in here. But it is about her personal journey. She used to be a concert pianist and very accomplished. And then she's an entrepreneur. She has her own skincare in New York. And she used to do these huge entrepreneurial women type events. The name of that book is Holy Moments by Matthew Kelly. And she went through a divorce. She closed down doing all these big women's entrepreneurial events, and I always wanted to go to one. But anyways, I have followed her for a long time. I admire her transparency, her vulnerability. Anyways, so she gives you a lot of great tips on self-care. And, you know, she talks about self-worth. She talks about growing your vision, having clarity, nourishing your radiance, your energy. So many great things and so many interesting rituals in here that you can implement. And you don't have to do them all. Just take one nugget, and I'm sure that out of this book would be helpful. But she also has this planner. And again, it's 90 days. And so that's what I love about it. It's not the whole year. And Deborah and I have had discussions about planners forever and a day, right? I always say, there's two things that are going to be on my tombstone or whatever. And it's going to be, do we have the right system yet? And what planner are we using? Because I have struggled. Now, I do have a wonderful personal assistant who's gotten everything on my phone, which is right there, and which I love. I love, and it's so helpful. But this is more like a personal planner. It's not necessarily like when my appointments are and everything like that. And there's opportunity to, check in on how you're feeling and review the week and things like that. And it's really kind of fun because Deborah has turned Michelle and I on to these erasable pens. Matter of fact, I had them where I was having lunch earlier today, and the waitress said, "Oh, can I take a picture of those?" They're hard to find. Erasable colored pens. These are great. So I'm really enjoying the planner, and my whole goal, you have your spiritual, you have, your days, how efficient you want to have them, how you want to run your life, how you're going to carve out time for your self-care, for your workouts, for your menu planning. It makes such a difference if you're organized and if you're taking the time. I think that we do so much for so many, and we really need to, really take care of ourselves, which is the highest priority first, so that if you need or want to take care of others, that you can, right? We all know that. It's the oxygen mask, right? But I am upping my level in all areas. And so this is how I am doing it. I'm sharing this with you. So there's that. And then, so in terms of Stacy, let me just tell you, you make the decision, you make the commitment. She had me, write a little contract and sign it, which I love because it's kind of like, you're putting your name to it. It's what you're agreeing to. I'm a big believer on what it is you're agreeing to. And the reason why I really like this, I shared with her 3 goals, and they were nutrition, strength, and flexibility and balance. So flexibility and balance is on one goal. It's one part, nutrition and strength. So those are my goals. And so she gave me some calorie guidelines, and she gave me some water guidelines, which I'm going to tell you a tip about this that has really off the charts of my water intake. And I'll tell you about it in a minute. And then she explained not just the calories that I need, because I'm doing strength training. It's also the macros, paying attention to your macros. And I am telling you, I've read about macros and micros, and, I've watched programs, and for some reason, I've always struggled. I'm like, I don't understand these macros and micros, and, no matter how many times, I'm like, can someone just come here and show me in my kitchen about macros and micros? But this is so simple, and this is why I like Stacy's program that she's designed for me, is that it's simple. Macros are protein, carb, and fat. That's it. That's all I have to know. The nutrients will come. The nutrients will come if you're eating the right protein, carb, and fat. Okay, forget about the micros. So, because if you're eating properly with your macros, anyways, I'm like, oh, it just comes down to protein, carb, and fat. It's just so simple. I'm sure this is something that you all know, but I didn't. But anyways, so it's really good. And so, of course, I'm looking for my phone. It's right there. Of course, the tracking of it, right? And that's where you really get some awarenesses. And I have learned a lot in the last 3 weeks. So I started right before Thanksgiving. And I was like, what was I thinking starting this time of year? But I totally recommend it, because I am going to be sailing through this holiday time frame. And I am going to be not waiting for the new year to start, right? And then hit the reset. I am going to be coming into January strong. I mean, I'll be heading into my last month, right? And so I'm super excited about that. And it feels so good to be doing this, leveling up upgrading my lifestyle now versus waiting. So the actual program that she's given me, which again is so fantastic, I call it the 3-2 fun. Because all it is 3 days of strength training and 2 days of Pilates. And then the weekends I have off. So I'm like, this is so great. Because I've always been like, oh, I have to work out every day. Like I have to get up and work out. And oh my gosh. And I didn't really necessarily have a plan. So having a plan and knowing what you're going to be doing, seeing things ahead, and it's simple. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do my strength training. And Pilates are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on the weekends, I get to relax. Or if I want to go for a hike, or if I want to go for a bike ride, or I want to go for what I call a friendship walk. So I love this. And she's giving me a new plan. Oh, hey, Regina, how are you? She's giving me a new plan every 2 weeks. So she's mixing it up. So I've given you a lot already to ponder, keeping things simple, tracking, which gives you an awareness. You're only committing to 3 days of strength. That's not that difficult. And then 2 days of Pilates, which all of that is working towards my 3 primary goals. But one of the things is about this water drinking that I wanted to tell you about, is she said, Nancy, put a reminder on your phone. So I put a water reminder on my phone at 12 and then at 3. And my goal is to drink 2 of these. So it's about 64 ounces of water. And so I have to have the first one done by noon and the second one done by 3. And the beauty of it is that I've been hitting a lot of times those time frames, but sometimes I haven't. And what's so nice is like if I haven't hit it by 12, then I have a little bit flexibility, and then I have until 3. And if I haven't hit until 3, surely I can have it done by 6 o'clock, and then I'm good for the day. Which is just, again, so simple. Put a little reminder that you have to drink your water, right? And, of course, strength training is so key as we age. So, and you don't have to use high weights. You don't have to bulk out. And so anyways, one of the tips I was going to share with you, I do not like doing push-ups at all. Like I am like, Stacy, I don't want to do these push-ups. And she's like, Nancy, let me do this again. She's like, Nancy, here's a way to help support you. And she has me doing 25 when you do those push-ups. And you take a band, can be any size. And I'm just going to show you here. There you go. All right, so what it is this band is so helpful because it gives you support. And I'm going to do it right now on my knees. I do a lot of them on my knees. I don't do them all on my feet. But it's giving me hope. Like I can see that I'm actually already starting to get a little stronger. But, so, you always want to have your thumbs kind of like under your chest and you just, so it actually really gives you support. And I don't think it's cheating. I think it's just really brilliant and very helpful. So anyway, so that was a good tip. So I encourage you, I know real estate. Whoops. So I know real estate, right? But I have not, and I've always enjoyed a healthy lifestyle, but I am not a health and fitness nutrition expert. So going to an expert that can, give you a plan, keep it simple, you have your check-ins, your accountability, helping you track, giving you good tips like this. She's the expert. So it pays to work with an expert. And so that is my 90-day commitment. I will keep you posted at the end of January as to how I am doing. And so I'm just going to let you know real quick that I have this Saturday, I have a postscript Saturday, and it's going to be all about realtor's mindset. You know, when you're looking for a realtor, the mindset of a realtor. And then that's on 12/14. Then on 12/21, I'm going to do a postscript Saturday wrap up of the year and provide a bunch of highlights. And then next Tuesday, and then that's going to be it for the year. And I start like the second week of January. And then next Tuesday, I'm going to be doing some table settings and some holiday decor. And that, I think, is going to be my last from the heart of the home until January. So I'm going to take some time off. I am having a really nice event here at my house, a holiday decor swap, and that'll be January 4th. So then I'll pick up Postscript Saturday and From the Heart of the Home after that first week in January. And meanwhile, I hope to see you as I am dropping off some wrapping paper for my clients and thanking them and helping me wrap up another great year at Love to List, and appreciating everyone for their trust and support. And so that's it. I hope that you have found that helpful. I think I got everything across that I wanted to kind of share with you about my holistic 90-day plan and how I'm doing it. And oh, Sally, I'm just signing off. So you'll have to check out the replay. I actually did some push-ups. Anyways, I hope everyone is doing well and that you're enjoying the holiday season. And I will see you next Tuesday. In the meantime, thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling, okay? All right, thanks everyone. Oh, hey, Jackie.